Initially, I intended to place my plecos, my very large plecos, in this pond. This is my new IBC tote. It has been here for about 2 weeks without any fish, without anything at all other than plants. Right? To me, it is cycled. It is ready for fish. My plecos are in this pond, but I am kind of second guessing whether or not I should actually place my fish within that pond. Being it that plecos, common plecos, take a very long while to breed. But at the same time, I have a good amount of fish stock and I want to get them breeding, not having much space. I am opting to use that tank to actually breed some other fish. On the note, instead of doing another video on this, I will just share this with you. Now, the other day I removed some plants from this pond. In removing the plants from this pond, I had decided that since this pump was like a 280 gallon pump, 280 gallon per hour pump, that means that water will actually be pumped through the pump, measuring 280 gallons every hour, right? I had said that the turnover rate would be wonderful, thus I do not need any plants, right? So this is what it looks like so far, right? It needs to be maintained, I will do that shortly. So therefore I removed the plants, and I had probably about 2 or 3 plants in it. I said that it would shade the fish from the sun. It would shade the fish from the sun. Now in doing so, I realized midweek that the water was excessively green. Before that, the water was not that green. The algae in the water would be consumed by the pleco, right? However, during the course of this week, this was not so. I'm going to have to change water today so as to get my fish to actually see me and I see them, right? That's practically the main reason of changing my water, not because it makes them sick. Okay, a point to note with regards to pleco. Pleco only eat algae at certain stage in their life. I have 3 large pleco. One is estimated at about 17 inch, in which I will take out at an appropriate time and I will measure so as to show you. One measures probably about 12 inch and one measures probably about 10. Now at this size, the pleco is not so enthused about algae. Some persons may disagree with me, but it is something not that I have read, but something that I have experienced. Now usually what will happen is that during the course of the week, my water will be green during the night, during the days, and in the early morning it will be looking crystal clear. The pleco, which is a nocturnal fish, would actually consume the algae in the water throughout the night. I have realized that during the past couple of weeks, or could I say months, this is not so. It's not because of the pump or the lack of vegetation, right? It's because the algae in the water is not being consumed by the pleco. This means that I will now have to ensure that my plecos are well fed. Failing to do such, my plecos will now start to have entanglement with my fish that is within the pond. And this is just a warning to those persons out there, whether you have bristle nose, whether you have bristle nose, or whether you have the other type of plecos. Once the pleco reaches maturity, the pleco will stop or reduce the consumption of algae. This will be seen by virtue of the water not really being managed, in the sense that you always have some streaks of algae in the water, which before that was not so. It is not that the pleco belly is full, but it's just that it is mature. Let's picture this. As a baby, right, you consume milk. You consume milk because you need the milk so as to get the proper nutrients so as to grow. After a while, you have been mature. You become a child. You might consume milk, but you consume milk in less portions. As an adult, you may drink milk, but you are not drinking milk as that often as how you would do when you are a baby, right? I have gotten two kids, a boy and a girl, and they consume milk when they were small. Each time they cry, we give them milk. But now they want food. They want food that they can eat because they have teeth. Same too with the plecos. So you are being advised, provide the pleco with the necessary food that they need so as to live healthy and strong. And if you have additional fish within the pond, you have to take steps so as to ensure that these fish are not consumed, yes, consumed by the pleco. As the pleco sucks on the slime of the fish, what will happen is that sometimes, because the pleco mouth is so big, the fish might just slide down its throat. Thank you very much for making Fish Keep in Jamaica. Have a wonderful day. Peace.